let's start. Let's start the debate in relation to the reduction of the criminal age. My name is Jefferson. I'm 34 years old, and I am here to defend a position that is the position of the education. Education for our children, education for our adolescents, education for our teenagers, and not punishment. I believe that the education can bring more results than the punishment. So I will defend here. I am against the reduction of the criminal age because I think that the politicians, I think that the government must invest in education and not in the reduction of the criminal age. I think it is a problem of the society and not of the adolescents. It's the problem of the society, and then the society must solve this problem. Okay, this is my introduction. Okay, so you can start yours.
One more teacher.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem.
Dog in my Hi, my name is Desenvolva. I am 32 years, and I am here pros in favor of um, reduction of criminal age. And I believe that all children and all youngs uh, have 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 education. I'm sorry.
Okay. Have education, or have the responsibility. I don't know.
How can I say? Uh, have to do. Have to no. Have a. I'm sorry. How can I say? Think there. Think there.
Have to have, or
Have to have. I have
yes,
to have.
or yes, take care, or must
Okay.
have, deve ter,
Okay.
must have or have to have.
Oh, okay. Have to have education, safeguarding. But I believe too that young, 16, between 16 or 15 until 17, I believe that they know what they're doing. They understand the consequences of a crime. I don't believe that they don't understand it's right or wrong in this age. No,
Mhm.
I am pro.
Okay. So you're close, or you are in favor of the reduction of the criminal age, right?
Yes, in some
Oh,
case.
okay. So I will start the questions, okay, and then you will make questions to me, okay?
Okay.
I will start. So my question for you is this. You are in favor of the reduction of the criminal age. But for what I could understand, you said that an adolescent who is, for example, 16 years old and 17 years old, they have the responsibility and they have conscience on what they are doing. Okay, and I totally agree. I agree that they have the responsibility and the conscience on what they are doing. But if we analyze the children from today, they have conscience on what they are doing to. Children, let's say, who are 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, they have conscience too. So, do you think that we have to prender, arrest, okay, a child of 10 years old, 11 years old, because this child has conscience on what he or she is doing? Do you think that this is really right?
About children, 10 years, 9 years, no. Because 10 years, 9 years, I am in favor of the government to, how can I say, fornecer?
Provide.
Have to provide education, education, framework, good framework, and for the children, because this age, I believe that they are they have to reform and react. And not this way. I am in favor of young youngest I'm sorry, young
adolescents, teenagers.
teenage, yeah, have more caution.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, but adolescents and teenagers, they also have the right to, let's say, to have education, because when a teenager is, for example, 16, 17 years old, they should be, let's say, at a school. They should be at a school, not on the street. They shouldn't be on the street. They shouldn't be in the crimes, because the government should provide them education and not punishment. If we put a teenager in jail means na cadeia. If we put an adolescent in jail, they will be even worse. Do you know? Even worse. Even worse, ainda pior. Even worse in the jail. So, you are right. I agree with you that the children must have education from the government. The government must provide education for the children. But adolescents and teenagers, they have age to have education too. If they are, for example, 16, 17, 18, or 16 and 17, they are at school. They have to, or they must have education and not punishment. So for 10 years old, 11 years old, or 12 years old, or 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, they have, or they must have education, in my point of view. Because when the government fails is falha, erra. When the government fails on providing education to teenagers, they generally become bad people. So the teenager or adolescents, they become bad people because the government or the society do not see them, do not work for them, do not give them opportunities. And the most of the teenagers that commit crimes, they are black and they are poor. They live in bad neighborhoods. So, what I think, in my point of view, is education and opportunity to grow in life. Because when we see the adolescents and teenagers from good neighborhoods, we don't see, generally, we don't see, for example, teenagers committing crimes. Only poor. So if we arrest a teenager or adolescent, we will arrest black adolescents, and they will become even worse people because they will learn to be bad in the jail, and they will not be educated. They will be like they will not be educated. They will be another criminal in the world. So that's my point of view. What is your reply on it?
Point. I think that many young, uh, I have impression that they know that our laws are weak,
Okay.
have opening, abertura,
Yes. Gaps.
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 Oh, yes, gaps. Have gaps that beneficials,
That benefit.
benefits that benefit the youngs, criminal youngs, you know, and I believe that I agree with I agree with your point that they need opportunities, many more programs, social programs, you know, for they grow up. But I have that this the I have impression that the current currently many youngs um, don't don't want study harder, don't want work harder, you know. Uh, Currently, the youngs want the things more very easy, you know. They are very frustrated, you know, very lazy. Everybody want to be TikToker, you know, YouTuber. It's not wrong, but they they did forget it. They forget it. They forget it. The important things, you know, is a life of illusion. The mind, his mind is very weak, you know. Illusion. Yeah, thank you. You know, I think that uh, uh, I don't think that they uh, are navies,
If they are what?
na-
Knave.
navies.
Knave. Okay.
Yes, I don't believe uh, in this point. You know, uh, with technologies and information, you know, uh, and many young uh, uh, as, as mesmo, or can I say mesmo?
All depends. For example, mesmo, embora, even though,
Even
mesmo aqueles, even those. Okay.
if, even those uh, live in an environment, bad,
Okay.
bad,
Environment.
bad environment. Uh, Men have education of your parents, you know, they are very smart. Environment, yes, they are very smart. They I don't believe that, you know, they naive,
Okay.
you know. I
Okay.
think that this generation is very um many illusions, don't wake up for reality,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. What I think is this. I believe I totally agree on what you said about the teenagers from today. They think about TikTok, they think about influencers,
Yeah,
right? They think about all those things. But I believe that let's say the adolescents that think about it are not those who go to jail. Do you know why? Because if you think about being a TikToker, influencer, all of these adolescents have a structure at their house to be able to even dream to be someone. They are dreaming to be influencers, TikTokers. They are dreaming to get money in the future doing these because they have a computer, they have a mobile phone, they have technologies for that. But these teenagers that we are talking about, the criminals, right? Those who commit crimes, they don't generally have even a computer. They live in slums. Do you know slums?
slums. Oh,
Slums is favelas, okay? Favelas. It's more or less slums, okay? They live
uh,
in slums. They live in cottages, okay? Do you know cottages in our stories? Cottages,
cottage.
cottages, cottages, right? Cottages. Do you
Oh,
remember?
cottage. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
cottages. They live in cottages, very simple, very poor. Some of them, these adolescents, I mean, they don't have even internet. So you are right when you say that some teenagers are, let's say, they live in an illusion because they want to be a TikToker influencer. You are right. I believe too. I believe too. But these adolescents, they have a structure at their house, generally speaking. And these adolescents are not the ones who commit crimes. These adolescents are not the ones who live in slums, in favelas. These adolescents are not the ones who don't have internet to search for something. Some of these adolescents do not know what Instagram is only because they do not have Wi-Fi or internet. So I am talking about those adolescents and teenagers that generally do not have even opportunity to have internet. They do not have opportunity many times. They do not have opportunity to have electricity at their house. They do not have money to buy, for example, meat every day. Sometimes they do not have money even to buy rice and bean. So some of these adolescents, they have an illusion. They have an illusion too, but they have an illusion that if the government, doesn't help them, doesn't help their family, their mother, their father. So the adolescents goes outside uh, their cottage, their houses. Let's say houses, but it's not houses. But they go outside And a drug dealer, do you know drug dealer?
Drug dealer.
Drug dealer. Drug dealer is traficante.
Traficante. Oh,
Great. A drug dealer just say, oh, if you sell my product, I will give you money. If you do this or that, I will give you money. This boy has no structure. His mother and father are hungry. They do not have opportunity to live. This is not the one who is trying to be a TikToker, because these boys and some girls, they even don't know what a TikTok is. So these ones goes to jail. The one who plays TikTok, they don't generally go to jail. They have bad grades at school. They have bad things about this, but they do not go to jail. But the teenagers that go to the jail, they are those from slums. They are those very, very, very poor, and they have color. They have color. They are black. They are black. They are black. So what I'm saying is that the illusion for this boy is an illusion that the society, the government, I, you, and all the people in our country who live a middle class, let's say a middle class life, we should be working together to help them, because we have money to do this. We have money to do this. We have knowledge. Knowledge. Do you know knowledge?
Sabedoria.
Sabedoria. Great. We have knowledge to do this. We can fight against the criminal. And the teenagers are not the criminal. The drug dealers, they are the criminal. The teenagers are not the criminal. The government is the criminal, because the government doesn't give opportunity to them, doesn't give the education for these adolescents. So if they do not have work, they will steal. They will steal. Do you know? Steal?
Two.
They will steal because they do not have work. And their father and mother are hungry. They, for example, do not eat every day or every meal. They do not eat. So they do what they do, not because of many times, the most of the time, not because of that they want, because you can see that the teenagers from the middle class, they do not steal. They do not sell drugs. Some of them, yeah, but the most, no, because they have a structure. Their father and their mother have a work, and they can work too because they have education. Middle class, let's say advanced class. But these boys, especially black boys, they do not have it. They do not have the opportunity. So they will steal, because many times they steal because they do not have the opportunity. So this is my point of view. I do not believe that if we don't bring them, if we don't give them education, they will be criminals. Not because, many times, not because they want, but because they need. They need. Many of them need. Not a drug dealer. Drug dealer, you have to put in jail. Put in jail. You have to arrest. Arrest. But the teenager, he is there because many times he needs it. Because no one gives an opportunity for them to have something different. Okay? Great. Okay. Do you have a reply for this, or would you like to make a question?
Let's see.
Okay. Okay. You can make the question for us to have another one.
I want to make a question. Okay. What do you think that we need to do in our country about this question?
Okay, very, very nice.
The government can do to recover these children and youngs?
Okay, very nice, very nice.
Where they have to begin for?
Oh, okay, where they have to begin, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Well, I think I really, really think, and this is true. This is true. What I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I really think that the government must invest in education. Education is the weapon. Education is the weapon to release children from poverty. Do you know release?
Release.
Release children from poverty. Do you know this? Poverty?
Pobreza.
Poverty, pobreza, release, tirar.
Tirar.
Remover, tirar, okay? Release children from poverty. Is education, first point, education.
Okay.
And opportunity of work. So I believe if I were the president, I would have a ministry that would have that would be responsible or would be in charge of giving opportunities for teenagers. So I don't know if there is guardinha and patrulheiro in São Paulo. Are there these
São
two?
Paulo, no, but in Mogi, there are.
Great. Here in Campinas too. In
supermarket.
Great. Very nice.
Yeah.
This is a very great, let's say, organization, but this should be implanted in all the cities in Brazil. So it should be a government project, a government action, and not a known, for example, not oh my god, ONG is not a governmental organization. NGO. Do you know NGO?
ONG.
Yes, ONG.
In Portuguese, I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh, yes. NGO, not governmental organization. Not a governmental organization. It should be the government. It should be a ministry that will provide for this teenager. 13 years old, 14 years old, right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 would give them the opportunity to work. I am pretty sure if we have this in our country, we would release many children from poverty and we would release many children to be criminals because many of them, the most of them, a maioria deles, the most of them, they want an opportunity to work. They want an opportunity to grow. And the government and the society do not give them the opportunity. So they will search the opportunity with drug dealers. They will, do you know search?
Procurar.
Yes, they will search the opportunity with drug dealers. So, in my point of view, the government should create a ministry that would take care, do you know take care? Would take care of this situation. Take care is cuidar. Okay? Take care of the situation. Cuidar da situação. Take care of the situation. So, if the government creates this ministry to work for all our country, like guardinha, patrulheiro, jovem aprendiz, so in all our country, and it works for every teenagers and adolescents, it would be almost enough. Almost. Do you know almost?
Almost. Almost.
Almost. Almost. Almost, okay?
Oh,
Almost enough. Enough means o bastante. Quase o suficiente. Quase o bastante. Almost enough for us to finish this problem. Not finish because there are some adolescents that want to commit crimes. There are, right? I know, there are. But the most of them would be, let's say, would be happy to be able to work and to be able to get the things by themselves. Okay, your reply.
okay. My reply.
Yeah, your reply now.
Okay, sorry. Um, yes, I agree.
Agree.
I
I agree.
agree. I agree. This point. Uh, Firstly, I I take care of education. Is very important. Education, and here in Mogi, in some public schools have classroom, integral classroom,
Full-time class.
full time class. Okay, full time class. The children, the children enter.
Okay, they start.
They
They
start
begin. They begin. They start.
early morning, and they out just uh, 7 p.m. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
is very good. This
Yes.
program uh, should how can I say
Implement.
implement in all the public schools. You know, I think that uh, implementing
Implementing this.
implementing this, the children uh, don't be stay in the streets.
Mhm.
The youngs don't be stay in the streets,
Okay.
because in this program, in this full time class, the child have access access uh,
Access to
access
something.
to education, meals, all meals.
Yes, food.
They program, I think that helping the family, with food. How can I say cesta básica?
Yes, oh my God, Sister Busk. I'm sorry, I don't know if they have expression for this. I'm gonna search. But food, provide them food, right?
A help for family too. Don't
Yes.
don't, don't just for child.
Okay, not only for the children.
Yeah, no only for children, but I
Yes,
I I did it. I did it. I would implement. I would
I
implement.
I would implement.
Would implement this program. You
Okay.
know, because I believe it true that our problem in in our country, our country is education. No?
Okay.
Education in the schools, in education too, and some uh, familiar framework. You
Okay.
know,
The family. Okay. Okay.
yes, you know.
Yes.
eh,
No. Okay. Oh,
I,
sorry. Here,
agree.
basic shopping baskets.
Oh,
This is similar to Cesta Básica in Portuguese, but this is not used. But this is similar. Okay, it's something similar.
okay.
Basic shopping basket. Okay, basket is sister, right? So it's almost similar. Basic, basket, right? Great. Okay, I understand. I totally agree on you. And that's what we should, let's say. I think the conversation should start here. Education and opportunity. This is the, let's say, the conversation that we must have for these teenagers, not punishment. Punishment is the last of the last of the last of the last thing, because punishment here in Brazil, the jails are not to educate, because in our constitution, Brazilian constitution, we can see that the jail should be for education. So it's not for punishment. Yeah, that's right. It's not for punishment. It's not for punishment. The jail is for education in Brazil. But does it happen? Does it happen?
No.
No, no, no. So if we put a teenager or adolescent or children in the jail, we are not going to educate them at all. We are going to, let's say, to for or to graduate. Graduate. We're going to graduate. We will graduate another criminal. Another criminal. Okay, we will graduate another criminal. So this, in my point of view, the, let's say, the reduction of the criminal age would graduate new criminals. So instead of building new prisons, instead of building new prisons, we should build new universities and schools, and full-time schools, and new companies and enterprise for the adolescents to work. So not punishment. No, we should think on it. If obviously, if there is an adolescent who kill someone, okay, we should work with this adolescent, because he is in a very high step, and maybe it cannot be, for example, re-educated. But the most of them, they steal. The most of them, they sell drugs, and it can be re-educated, not through the prisons, but through, in my point of view, through the education, through schools, to full-time schools, universities, and work. Okay, great. Another question. If you, I will make another question, okay, and then you make another question. Okay, we are speaking about the reduction of the criminal age. If we search underdeveloped countries, if we search underdeveloped countries, países subdesenvolvidos, underdeveloped countries, that reduced the criminal age in their countries, we can see that the crimes did not reduce. The crimes, they increased. They did not reduce. In underdeveloped countries, if we analyze the numbers and the results after the reduction of the criminal age, there were a really, let's say, increase of the number of people, let's say, people in jails, but did not reduce the crimes in these countries. My question for you: do you really think that this action would reduce the crimes here in Brazil? These countries that I'm talking about, they had many more crimes than Brazil. El Salvador, Nicaragua, Venezuela, many more crimes. And nothing happened. But they, let's say, increased the crimes. Do you really think that if we reduce the criminal age in our country without working on education and without working on providing the teenager the possibility to work, do you really believe that it would reduce the crimes?
Reduce? I think no.
No.
No. But when, as you say, the young that kill is, how can I say, preocupante.
Worry. It's worrying thing. Okay, worrying something. Okay, it's a worrying thing. Uma coisa preocupante. It's a worrying thing.
Oh, everything. Okay. The young that kills the worry thing. But in this question, I don't does the crimes in Brazil because our laws is very fails.
Okay.
No, just no, don't just these crimes.
Okay.
Which child, which young, but our laws is very fails for all crimes that are committed in our country, and for this I don't think that
for this reason, okay,
I don't think that the crimes reduce because don't is just it, it's many crimes and our laws is very fails very badly and no no reduce.
Okay. I totally agree on you. And if we look, if we put teenagers in jail, and you're saying that it will not reduce, and I believe too, it will not reduce, and we will be graduating new criminals for our people, for our society. We will be graduating people. We will be graduating criminals if we put teenagers in the jail. Why do we put teenagers in the jail? To graduate more criminals and will not reduce the crimes. Why? Why put teenagers in the jail? What is the logic that I will put a teenager in the jail and the crimes will not be reduced, and we will graduate new criminals in our country? What is the logic?
The logical.
It's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard.
Let me see. I don't know. What I say for you? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know what I say.
Okay, no problem. This is very tough questions, right? And these debates helps me not only the students, but in these debates it helps me a lot to understand other points of view, because I have your point of view. For example, the reduction of the criminal age. I have this position, but when we are confronted with this reality, we see, oh my God, what should I think? What should I think? It's this. Yes, that's bad. But okay, the last question now. You make the last question to me. You can make the last question.
Okay. Let me see. I made some here.
Okay, okay.
Let me see. Oh, okay. I think that we already say it, but I made this question.
I already said.
Already said. Yes. Uh, the tests that you sent me, the two tests, show that mostly the young committed crimes because the environment that they lived
Yes.
with abuse and violence. But in the cases that these youngs have good family, good education, good framework, a good environment, good parents, uh, what do you think in this case? Is a bad working of the brain or immaturity? What do
Okay.
you think?
Okay. I understood. I understood. This is a very good question too. Very good question. Because we always say that these teenagers and adolescents that go to jail, they live in slums. But there are a few portion of them who live in Morumbi, for example, who live in Jardins. So what should we do with them? Because they have good environment, they have good education, they have good opportunities of life, they have the best universities to study. But what should we do with them? Really, 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 that's a very good question, and I don't have an answer for that. And I don't have. But what? Okay, I will try. I will try. I will try to answer. I will try to answer. Um, we should, if we had already given education, if we had already given an opportunity to work, if we had already given, let's say, a place for them to spend the time, like for example, a park for them to have sports and have all the things. So opportunities, sports, education, and even though this adolescent, this teenager commit a crime, we can let's say punish this adolescent. But in my point of view, is a punishment like showing these adolescents a new way of life. So, for example, to put him in a place that this teenager or this adolescent would have to work, would have to study, because these kind of adolescent or this kind of person that you mentioned, the most of the time, yes, they have opportunity, they have money, they have all the things. But look, they generally they do not use this opportunity. This kind of person, they do not generally go to school or study a lot or study courses or let's say they take advantage on this opportunity. Do you know take advantage?
Uh,
Here, take advantage is aproveitar. Take advantage of something, aproveitar de algo. They do not generally take advantage of this situation. They do not study, they do not do anything, they do not work because their parents work for them. They do not do anything, so they generally go to slums to commit crimes. They generally go to slums to buy drugs, and when they use drugs, they go to the streets and commit crimes. So this kind of teenager, I think, that should be not in jail by itself, but should be in a place that they will work, they will have to study, they will have to read books. In a place, it would be like a jail, but it would be similar to jail, but it would not be a jail. It would be a place that they would be able to start working, to start studying, and it would be compulsory. Compulsory. So it would be mandatory for them to go to this kind of place. It would be a kind of FEBEM, the old FEBEM, but it would work because the teenager would work, the teenager would study, and it would be compulsory because the FEBEM was not compulsory, the work. They just stay there and just that. But it will be compulsory. And that's what I believe for the other people in jail. If, for example, the adults, okay, the adults, if they go to jail, they had to work. They had to work there. They had to, for example, to build let's say industry, or I don't know, a company, enterprise inside the jail for the criminals to work there, to produce shoes, clothes, I don't know, you know. So that's what I believe that should happen with the adults criminals. And with these adolescents that you're talking about too, I believe that they should work. I believe, for example, for those poor who live in Islams, I believe that they should be put in these kind of places too, because they would work, they would learn a profession. For example, technique. Oh my God. Technician job, okay, or technician, let's say a technician position, and they, after being inside this place, they would be able to live and to have a work. So, for example, this ministry that I was talking to you about some minutes ago would would be the responsible. For example, when this teenager leave this place, this ministry would give work, would give position, give something for them to work. Yes, would be like this. If they are rich, they have the opportunities. They would put inside. They would be put inside this kind of jail just for him or for her to work, to study, and be compulsory, so that maybe not, it will not be, for example, right, but maybe this adolescent or this teenager would leave this place and be a good person in this society. Okay, what do you think?
Uh, I agree. I agree this point. Um, this point, if you put that they don't need it, how can I say? They don't they don't hurt. They don't hurt.
Okay, they don't hurt. Okay, they don't hurt. Hurt is machucar, ferir.
Sofrer, how can I say?
Suffer.
Suffer.
Huh?
They don't suffer the same consequence and the same things that the life, that this others youngs.
Mhm.
And I agree. In the another point about the compulsory work,
Mhm.
study,
Yes.
because don't do it. They don't do it, and I agree in all the points if you that you put in this question.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. That was a very nice debate indeed. Congratulations. Very good. So I will give my point of view, okay? And
Okay.
you can give your point of view, the last, let's say, the final conclusion. So my point of view is that we really have to invest, really have to put money in the education. I think this is the weapon that will release our children from poverty, okay, and from drug dealers and from all these bad things. I believe that we should really create a system, a national system to, let's say, to give jobs and an opportunity of work for these teenagers, as we have here in Campinas and in Mogi das Cruzes. I think it's very essential for us to release many, many children and teenagers from poverty and from the crime world. Um, and I believe that some teenagers and adolescents should be really punished, but they should be punished in a place that they will learn. And the jail is not this place. The jail will not be a place for teenagers or adolescents to learn. Jail is a place for them to, let's say, to learn bad things, to learn how to be a criminal. This is my point of view, my real point of view. I am um, I am in favor of the reduction of the criminal age, but with a very good structure for the teenagers and adolescents to learn, to be to have education there, to learn a profession there, and more money for the education of them, especially in islands and bad neighborhoods. And for them to have opportunities of work, I agree, or in my point of view, I think it should have a secretary or a ministry of the government to take care of this situation. That's what I believe. Great. And you?
Uh, in my comments, my conclusion is uh, education. The government have to do more uh, schools
Full-time schools.
time schools, and after this child have you go to technical schools,
Technical schools.
have
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat, please?
technical schools uh, to youngs. You have a profession,
Apprentice.
apprentice, you know. Um, how can I say? Profissão,
Profession.
profession. To learn a profession,
Yeah.
I believe that the government um, have to do more social programs with the family, the youngs, you know, the family, the youngs. Don't uh, just just don't work uh, with 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 youngs, but the family, our
Yeah.
family. Then, you know, I believe that the start can start
Mhm.
with this point, and after opportunities, schools, more schools, but um, how can I say incentivar?
To incentivate.
Incentivate. No.
Incentivate, okay? Or to incentive, right?
Yes, incentivate these youngs. But that uh, the few youngs that the situation, worrying situation,
Worrying situation, okay.
I have the, no, sorry, I think that they 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 have to punish
Okay.
this way, with work, study, and for to
To
rehabilitate,
react, to react,
rehab,
to
you
react.
know.
Okay, sorry. This incentivar, the best word is encourage. Encorajar. This is very.
Okay.
This is more used. Okay, this is the correct word. This is correct word. Sorry for this. Encourage. To encourage the children and teenagers, right?
Yeah, and my point is this.
Oh, that's nice. That's very great point of view. So, congratulations. First of all, congratulations for your point of view. Congratulations for your conversation, too. That was very nice. I could understand all the words that you spoke. Your pronounce was very nice, too. So, I liked very much this debate. Congratulations for your performance. I'm very happy to see it and to hear you speaking in English. Congratulations.
Thank you.